Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Ghost of War. I didn't realize it until just now I read it. 5.1 on IMDb, is that right? 5.3. And I picked it out because it has Theo Rossi in it. He is from Sons of Anarchy. Great show if you haven't seen it already. And Skylar Astin, Pitch Perfect. And a couple other things, but you know, I like those two guys, so I thought, alright, this could be good. It's a war movie, but Ghosts of War. And now I read it, it's about 5 soldiers who are in some French chateau, and it's around the end of World War II, and they encounter supernatural enemy while they're there. So, I don't know. At first I was like, ooh, Ghosts of War could be good. Right now, I'm not 100% sure it's going to mix war with supernatural. Low score to start us off with, so I have very low expectations on this one. An hour and 35 minutes, but it's got 2 people I like in it. So let's get into it, find out what it's about, see if it's any good, and see if I could save you some time or tell you to go watch it. So stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're at the 45-minute, 45-second mark, so that's kind of awesome. And I stopped it here because I wanted to tell you a couple of different things. I mean, the plot line is kind of what we thought, but Kyle Gallner is in this, and Alan Ritchson is in this. So you might not know who they are. Maybe you do. I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to tell you their actors' names. I couldn't even tell you who they were from their pictures. But when I see them in the movie, I recognize them. I'm like, they look very familiar. I had to think for a quick second. Then I realized, if you're a Smallville fan, they were both in Smallville. They were, like, when they did the Justice League scene, or, you know, show or two, or whatever it was, Alan Ritchson was Aquaman. So he's the blonde, big guy, Aquaman. And Kyle Gallner was Bart Allen, which I think is Kid Flash, whatever. He's some sort of Flash. But they were in it, and now they're in this together. So I thought that was awesome, because I love Smallville. They did a great job with that, and I liked how they bring all the heroes back, and here they are again. So I like the other actors too, like Theo Rossi and everybody else that I mentioned. So they're all part of this 5 group of soldiers who are traveling throughout France in World War II, and they get to the chateau, which is a huge mansion, huge. They get there, there's another troop there, but they're in a hurry to get out of there. But they don't tell them why. You can tell something's wrong, but they don't tell them. So I'm interested to see why they didn't tell them. They must have been sworn to secrecy, because once they get there, the house is haunted. So they talk about supernatural, and I get it. That's really vague, I think. But it's really more about haunting, seeing different images, you know, that kind of thing. So loud bangs and, you know, bumps in the night, if you will. So they're stuck in this house. The house basically tells them, if you leave, you'll die, kind of thing, and all that. And then in addition, on top of that, the German troops are coming towards the house, when they have more soldiers than the 5 soldiers are in the house, but they can't leave, so they got to defend it. That's what's going on. Now, that's where we are so far. It's not as bad as I had thought, because realizing, you know, it's just a haunted house kind of thing. Supernatural, sometimes you think of, I don't know. You know, you can. I mean, there's a lot there. You can let your imagination run wild on what they meant by supernatural. But so far, now we're only halfway through it, so it could go downhill from here. But right now, it's entertaining. I like the actors in it, and the plot's not bad so far. So a little jumpy. So if you're afraid of jumpy, this is it. Imagery isn't too bad. A little violence early on, not from the ghost, but from the war. But that's it so far. So let me get back into it. See where it goes from here. I'll check in at the end, give you my final thoughts. But so far, not so bad. Alright, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Ghost of War. And I have to tell you, for 85% of the film, I was thinking to myself, why are the ratings so low? I don't think it's bad, you know what I mean? It's different. And it wasn't as bad as I thought. Again, putting military and ghosts together. Not always a great combination, but I was liking it. And so I was just interested to see what was going to happen. So I'll tell you this, because there's not much else I could tell you. Everything I said stays true. So everything I said at the check-in is still the same. And If you decide to watch this movie because of that, that's okay. But if you do, I'm going to encourage you at the 1 hour, I want to say 12-minute mark. Pretty precise there. Don't go past 113. Gotta stop it around 112. If you're interested, if you're like somebody like me, I would have you do that, and then use your creative mind and think of an ending that you would put. Like, how's this all gonna wrap it up? What's gonna happen here? You know, I would probably bet, unless you did some research ahead of time, you read about this one, you're not gonna guess this one. But yeah, just stop it at the 112 mark and do that. So that is why I believe the ratings are decreasing. I understand, but I don't know, little over the top for me. Such a directional turn that it's like, what? The whole ghosts, why ghosts exist in this? Okay, alright, that's cool. But the way that they explain that part of it at the 113 mark going forward is just out of left field. So I am going to drop my rating down to at least a 5. At least a 5. It was trending up around a 6. I know it's like a whole point, but I mean, like, these movies are all that we're watching now are 5, 6, 7 for the most part. This was hovering around 6. Enjoyed it. It all hinges on the ending, and the ending makes it go to a 5, if not maybe a 4. But I can't lose the fact that I did like all the actors in it. So I'm going to keep it around a 5. But you'll see what I mean. If you are interested in watching this and haven't seen it yet, I'm not spoiling it for you. I'm telling you, stop it at 112 and write your own ending. And then go ahead and watch it. Or don't. Doesn't matter to me. But if you have seen it, what'd you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I don't know. Advice to see it, I would have to say you have to see it. It's a 5. It's no higher than a 5, but you have to see it. If you're a movie connoisseur, if you like movies in any form or fashion, especially war or scary, ghosty movies, you're going to want to check it out. And maybe you'll like it. Maybe you'll like what they did, and that would be great too, right? Win-win for everybody. But I think I've given you all the information I can in order for you to enjoy the film. How about that? All right, that's it. If you do see it, leave me some comments. Love to hear your thoughts. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I love new subscribers. And tell all your friends, of course, and continue to come back to Kimmel's Irish Pub.